Sponsor me, Chick-fil-A. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Reagan and this is my channel, Ray Reads, and today I'm going to be doing my January 2021 TBR. Yeah. Okay, first and foremost, I have a Chick-fil-A milkshake because I had a coupon for a free one. Secondly, I have a hat on because my hair is greasy. And thirdly, I'm very excited for this video because you guys know these are my favorite videos to make on my channel. I love the randomness, the spin wheel, everything about it. Picking out the books I'm gonna read next month is also super fun. So I just love making these videos, and so I'm very excited to jump into this one. So as you guys know, if you've been here a while, I do my TBRs using a spin wheel and I let it randomly generate prompts for me to pick books based off of. So this month I have 9 prompts. I'm gonna choose 4 books, but I'm also gonna let you guys know the books that I'm like committing to reading that are outside of these prompts. So first and foremost, the books that I have on my TBR that are like outside of the spin wheel are none other than number 1, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I am very scared to read this book. First of all, I'm scared for the series to end. If you guys have been around for a while on my channel, you know that I'm doing a series where I'm reading all the Harry Potter books in order, and I've never read the books or seen the movies, so it is all brand new to me. So I've been reading these books for the first time, and I'm very excited to say that I'm getting to this one in the month of January. I read the 6th book in November and didn't read any in December, so I'm ready to get back into this world and finish this series up. And I'm also excited to see Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2 because everyone says those are like the best movies ever. So I'm very excited to get to that. I'm not going to explain what this book is about because mostly everyone already knows what this book is about, but I'm very excited to get to this one, as I'm sure some of you guys are ready for me to get to this one. I've had people asking me like, when are you going to read the last one? When are you going to read the last one? So here I am reading the last one. So this book is so heavy, I'm about to put it down right now. I'm scared. I'm scared of this book. Why? Why does it have to be so many pages? Like seriously? Anyways, that's my number 1 priority this month. And then I have the last book in the Percy Jackson series. This is Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian, and this is the 5th book in the series. I'm doing a Percy Jackson read along, if you don't already know, with some other booktubers, and we have our last final show, and that is on the 3rd of January. So I have to read this before then. I'm gonna read it like the first 2 days of January and have it read for the show on the 3rd, which is going to be on Jess's channel, I believe. I'll have her channel linked down below so that you can find that and get to the show. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be on January 3rd at 3 p.m. Eastern. So come hang out if you've read this or if you are going to read it before then and want to talk about it with us. So I'm excited for this one. And lastly, the other book that I have on my like want to read list for January that is aside from the spin wheel is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I've been wanting to read this book so bad. So when I got it for Christmas, I immediately knew that it was one of the first things I wanted to pick up in January. So it is definitely a priority. I already have some really hunky books on this list. Like Percy Jackson's gonna take me like 2 weeks as it is because that book just always takes me so long to get through those, and it's also freaking huge. But this one's also really pretty massive. Like I think it's maybe 400 pages, 450 pages. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm very excited. This book is about a girl who is a like pirate. I don't know, it's a historical fiction, but she's like married to some guy or something. I'm not really sure, but basically they're out at sea and he is a pirate and they run into another pirate and there's this some kind of love triangle, and it just sounds so good. And I've read one book by Pam Godwin and her writing is amazing. She does write really graphic scenes though, so if you're not up for that, please be aware of what you're going into, because I've heard this book is like one of the darkest books people have ever read. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm very excited to read this one. So this is on my like important want to read list in January. All right, guys, let's do what we came here to do. I love that this has just been like in the screen the whole time, so sorry. All right, so we have 9 prompts, and these are the prompts I'm gonna be choosing my books based on. So the first one that I have is a book on my shelf. The second one is a romance book on my shelf. I have a lot of books on my shelves that I want to read. And then a KU book, which is Kindle Unlimited, a book with red on the cover, a hardback book, a book from my book haul, a reread, and general fiction. So I have a couple books in mind for each of these prompts. So I'm really excited to start and find out what I'm gonna read this month. So without further ado, let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Oh, wow. Usually I would not want this one, but But there is a book on my shelf that I've been wanting to reread, and that is Welcome to the Dark Side by Gianna Darling. I got this book for Christmas from one of my best friends ever, Naima, and I've been wanting to reread it, and now I just want to reread it like in paperback form because I read it for the first time ever on Kindle. So I want to just like read it and be able to like hold the pages, and I'm just so excited. So this is the first book on my TBR for January. Okay, time for round 2. Okay, that's easy enough, general enough. Oh, I thought it was a book from my bookshelf. This is a book from my book haul. Okay, let's find out. Okay, so for the prompt, a book from my book haul, I'm going to be choosing 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I got gifted this book from Morgan from Morgan's Chaotic World. I will link her channel down below. I love her so much, and she graciously gifted me this book for Christmas, and so I am so excited to read it. It has been on my want to read list for, I mean, just ages, like so long. And I talked about buddy reading this with a friend of mine from Bookstagram. Her name is Pauline, and I think her Instagram name is The Books I've Loved, and I will link her Instagram down below. She's also on TikTok too, so I'll link her TikTok. But anyways, we are going to buddy read this together, I believe, and so whenever she gives me the word, I'm going to pick it up and we're gonna read it in like one sitting together. I'm so excited. But this book is gonna make me cry, and I'm very excited about it. I just realized I didn't even tell you guys what Welcome to the Dark Side's about. Oh well, too bad. You guys can look it up. But basically, this book is about a girl and a boy, I'm pretty sure, who are like friends and like grow up together and like have always loved each other, and they think that like they're gonna be together forever, and then they get separated. I don't know if that's like by distance or if they break up or something happens, and basically they come back together and things just are not the same, and they're so heartbroken. And I've just heard this book is a crier. Like, it is gonna make me sob, and you know what? I need a good cry. I really do, guys. It's January. We're gonna start the year off right with a good book cry. So I'm very excited to read this one, and I'm so happy it is in my TBR for January. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get the third one. You know, not what I wanted, but that's okay. Normally I want the KU books because that's like what I'm in the mood for, but this month I have a lot of good like romances on my shelf that I want to read, but that's okay. I'm gonna pick out a KU book on my phone and then I'll tell you guys what it is. Okay, so the book that I'm choosing for this is These Monstrous Ties by KV Rose. If you remember, months and months ago, I talked about reading this on one of my TBR videos and I never got around to it, and then I just like pushed it off to the side and then never picked it back up. So I really want to read that this month. It is a dark romance. I know absolutely nothing about it. I literally just read the synopsis on Goodreads and still am more confused than I was before I read it. I don't know what the book is about, and I'm so sorry to tell you that. But basically I know that the girl's name is Lilith. I don't know. And the guy's name is Lucifer. So it's a dark romance, and something happens on Halloween night and she sells her soul to the devil, which I'm assuming is this guy Lucifer. And then later she comes back like a year later on the same Halloween night, and she's like gonna like ruin his life or take back what was hers or something like that. That's all I really know, but I've heard amazing things about this, and I want to read it. I want to get to it. I want to do it. I want to do the thing. I also want to know if I love KV Rose, because I've read one book by her and it was like just kind of so I'm like nervous, but I'm also excited because I've heard a lot of good things about this series, and so I would love to read it and find out if I really do love KV Rose or if she's just like not for me. You know what I mean? So with that being said, that is the book for my third prompt of the spin wheel, and now we have one more. Let's all cross our fingers right now and hope that we get a good one. I don't even know which one would be a good one, but let's just do it. Not what I wanted. That's okay. I mean, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good. Okay, so I'm kind of nervous because the hardback book that I want to read, I'm nervous about it because it's big. Okay, so for this one, I've decided to give myself two options. So the first option is going to be The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I got this for Christmas from my sister, and I've really been wanting to get to it. It is about a man named Linus who is a caseworker for like magical children, and he goes to this like magical children's home, and he meets the like children home worker, the guy who like runs the orphanage, and basically they start to grow closer, and he's just like there to inspect these kids that have been like pushed out of society and just sent to this orphanage because nobody wanted them because they were like defective or they were like evil or something like that. So I'm very excited to read this. It is like a huge found family trope, which is one of my favorite tropes, and of course I've just heard amazing things about this, so I am excited to get to this one, but I'm nervous because my TBR already has such big books on it that I'm nervous that like I won't get to this, or because it is a fantasy, it will take me a little little bit longer to get into, so I'm a little bit nervous about this one, but I will potentially read this one for my hardback prompt. The other option that I have for this prompt is a book that I've been meaning to get to for a while, and I kind of want to read it over the course of like all of January, which is why I'm adding it, but I don't know if I will like actually finish it by the end of January because I don't want to read it in like one sitting or a few sittings. I want to kind of take it slow and read it like a few pages at a time, and that is A Big Friendship, How We Keep Each Other Close by, I don't even want to try to say her name because I won't mess it up. I think it's Aminatao Sao and Anne Friedman, and they have a podcast together, and they wrote this book about how to keep your friendships close and how to value them and what a big friendship is and why it's important and how you can protect your friendship after distance and arguments and problems and all that stuff. So I really want to read this because I want to value the friendships in my life, and I want to take care of them and nurture them and foster them into a beautiful flower of friendship. So this book, it sounds really good, and it is nonfiction, which is why I'm a little nervous about it. I think it'll take me a little bit longer, and I kind of want to like chew on the words and like kind of take time to think about it as I read it. So again, I want to read it a little slower than I would like a novel. So this one might be for my hardback prompt, but that is my second choice. All right, guys, this is only a few of the books that I have for my January TBR. Obviously, The Big Friendship and The House in the Cerulean Sea are kind of an either or situation. I'm also not holding up Percy Jackson for some reason I did not realize until this moment. And of course, I'm not holding up my KU book because it is on KU and I cannot hold it physically. But these are the books that I am having trouble holding up right now, so I'm gonna set them down. All right, guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comments below what you are planning to pick up in the month of
January 2021.
I'm so excited for a new year. I'm so excited for a new month, and I'm just excited for all that 2021 is gonna bring, especially in January. And so with that being said, I love you guys with my whole heart. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. As always, this does really help to support me, so I appreciate it when you guys do. As always, make sure to check the description box down below for my social media, my Amazon wishlist, and any other way you wish to support me. And with that being said, I love you guys with my whole freaking chest, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something bad